How you doing, fight fans? This is EJ Boxing Live here with Kevin, the Flash Kevin Kelley, former super featherweight champion of the world. Kevin, how you doing? How you been, man?
I'm doing great. I can't complain. Life's good in Vegas.
Good in Vegas. Kevin, man, man, so many things have gone done. Yeah, you know, last time I talked to you, I didn't congratulate you about going into the Hall of Fame. Can you tell the people how you feel about that? And also, your number one foe nemesis, Prince Nassim Hamed, has been inducted in the Hall of Fame. We're thinking you're probably gonna be in there too. How you feel about Prince going in the front, and also your Hall of Fame being inducted?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people ask me about going in first before me. I've been around longer. At first it bothered me a little bit, and then I, realized that, I'm gonna give opportunity. Mm-hmm. Everybody does. He didn't make it to the Hall, obviously, but Ray Mancini got inducted. Reddick Paul got inducted. So Mike Halifax got inducted, and I was there to watch it with him, and I was still on the champion. So I felt like this, every dog gets his game, and it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. It's tremendous, obviously, for Prince being inducted in the Hall of Fame, and I feel that obviously, I think you're inducted. Is it the New York Hall of Fame? I think where you've been inducted.
Yes, I got to the New York one first. I'm already in one hall. There's a few halls you want to be in the United States.
Yeah.
There's the Florida one, there's the Vegas one, and then there's the international one.
Yeah.
So there's a few halls you definitely want to get involved in, and the more you get in, the better. The more I think, the more you become.
Yeah, because I was looking on the ballot. Your name wasn't on the ballot this time. I was actually surprised. They had Ben Eubank and stuff, and also it's with the sports right. So obviously I feel obviously probably next year you should be inducted into the Hall of Fame, because obviously your Hall of Fame career and the stuff you achieved is amazing. You got one of the best records in your division in boxing, and your knockout percentage is one of the highest as well. So hopefully, we look forward to seeing you getting inducted into that Hall of Fame. And have you talked to the Prince to congratulate him about going into the Hall of Fame?
No, I haven't talked to him since the induction. He calls me all the time, so I haven't had a call from him yet. But I'm sure it'll come up. I'm sure he'll call me. And I think the first person that didn't make actually the hall for the award. Mm-hmm. So I want to find out exactly what happened.
Yeah, apparently there was a family situation. Yeah, he didn't turn up as well. So. There's other things going on, which is unfortunate. But I haven't talked to you for such a long time. Let me catch up real quick. Mayweather and Pacquiao. I remember seeing a video of you. I posted it on your wall as well. How you called it exactly how the fight was going. I think Corey Spinks at the time was backing Manny Pacquiao, and they asked you about what do you mean? You broke it down scientifically. Can it happen exactly how you called it? You said Floyd win the fight, man. Can you tell the fans how you saw it at the time, and what do you think of what Pacquiao said after?
Well, what I saw, like I said, I just knew that they were going to fight the same way all the time. So you know what's coming. It's not like a clip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he does the same thing, and he's consistent with it. That's why he's so successful. When you're consistent at something, you're going to have success, and that's what Floyd does. So with Pacquiao, I know he's going to fight a certain way. He's going to have to try to get inside. I called it. And I don't know what fight Leon's picked. That's why I think I broadcast, because I kind of see things a little bit before they happen. And I think that's why I think the fight went the way it did. Because Pacquiao have a clue how to kill me inside of Floyd's defense.
I agree, man. I agree. To me, Pacquiao looked like, I don't know. I think I don't know if he looked. Is it because Floyd made him look stupid, or was he hyped? What do you think?
Pacquiao didn't have a system, like I said. It was all education. In the history of boxing, some guys can't beat certain guys, but you can train to win certain fights. And Pacquiao was trained on neutralizing Floyd's defense, his offense, parrying shots. There's a lot of stuff that Pacquiao didn't have the proper education and to fuse what Floyd was going to do. And now it's the key to the fight. The key to the fight is you got to have a plan that's going to work. That's going to work. That can be initiated, and that's going to work. That Floyd's got to adjust and adapt. And that never happened with Floyd. Floyd stayed what he was doing first from round 1 or to round 12. And it seemed like Pacquiao had no answers to what Floyd was doing. He had no plan of what Floyd to stop Floyd from doing what he does. That's what key winning fight. I need to stop you and neutralize you on what makes you win. And when I do that, then I can beat you.
Absolutely, man. It was a masterclass, man. I enjoyed the fight. A lot of people said it didn't live up to the billing. For me, I watched it with a lot of people around my house, and we enjoyed everything. How do you think? Do you feel like the fight was one of the fights of the century, or do you feel like it was hyped up a bit too much?
It was very high. It was very hyped. It was overhyped. I mean, the fight, it was overhyped. I mean, I think Floyd wanted to be in that era. Floyd in his career, he needs something that people remember. He needs something that makes him next level. You get my point? He's a next level fighter, but the problem is he doesn't have a next level memorable fight. You know what I'm saying? Because the question mark is, did the fight make the fighter, or did the fight make the fighter? You know what I'm saying? Which one is it?
Yeah.
You know my point?
Yeah, I see that.
There's a fight. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you remember Hackman and Hearns and Hackman Sugar Ray and Jake LaMotta and Ray Robinson and all these other great fights. And things you hear said, great fights. So like I told you before, I don't need a good fighter to have great fights. You need that fight that sticks out. I mean, the Prince, who would ever think? I never thought that. But, at the end of the day, you start realizing when you retire from your career that it's the fights that count, not the fighter. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight.
Yeah.
And a fight that leaves a mark, and it takes two people to make you phenomenal. I mean, if I talk about Roy Jones, as phenomenal as he is, tell me a fight that he had was great. And the only fight that really sticks out is Roy Jones, is a fight he got stopped with Tarver. So if you think about it, Roy Jones Jr., a guy like Mike Tyson, is like, they have such phenomenal careers, but then the fights that stick out in your memory are the ones when they lost, and not when they won, because he's undefeated so long. So, and then with Floyd, I think it's the same scenario. He doesn't have that one fight where you say, wow, that was a great fight. I think he does, me personally, as a fighter. But as far as to the fans and the world, they look for that memory that 20 years from now, 30 years from now, they say that was a great fight.
Well, listen, man, talking about great fights, and no one could talk about you. Hey, man, we was talking about the other day, one of the greatest featherweight fights, and even one of the greatest fights we ever saw of all time was your fight with Prince Nassim Hamed, man. That fight, people still recall that and memorize that very fondly. That you've anything, your fight with Prince Nassim probably got him into the Hall of Fame, man. They probably got him into just the two of you. That fight alone, the excitement and the building of the fight get you both into the Hall of Fame right there, man. That fight was exciting, man. Floyd hasn't really got that kind of rivalry fight, backwards and forwards, knockdowns. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really got that on his resume.
Yeah, even if you have a marquee fight on record, on paper, it looks like it could be a big mega Hall of Fame fight. But the fight has to meet the standard. In other words, meaning that Floyd had a marquee setup, but the fight wasn't meeting the setup because the idea was that Pacquiao couldn't penetrate. Floyd fight. There was no knockdowns, no knockouts, and that made it unentertaining. So people will remember stuff like that. Even though if it happened, and the two fights would be remembered in boxing, but their fight won't be remembered, and that's what kills.
Yeah. I mean, maybe with the hardcore and the purists, because for me, I still watched it the other day. I remember when as the fight was being, I watched it live, and I've watched it in memory a lot of times, and I actually feel like it was really good. But for some reason, a lot of people, for their own reason, and more to say with the people who support Pacquiao, they're the ones who've been saying all the kind of the negative things. I feel like if Pacquiao won the fight, then they either won the fight by knockout. Maybe they would have said the fight was a better fight. What do you think about that?
Well, I love that fight. I can answer this last question pretty much, and I got to get out of here. The wife's calling me. So sorry about the interruption. I think that the Pacquiao fight would have been much more exciting if he had a system to get on the inside. And the key is that make Floyd do things that he don't want to do. Would have made a more interesting fight because you got to take him out of that style. And Pacquiao couldn't take Floyd out of that style. And that's what made the fight so one-sided, so one lopsided. Made Floyd win so easy. I mean, he didn't talk to fight of century because people expected it. But they expected a challenging fight. People want a guy to get in the ring and be a competitor. And there was no competition with Pacquiao versus Floyd, and I told you that even 5 years ago. Floyd's just a different style of fighter, and he got all the bolts and nuts to win to beat you. So that's my last question, but I got to get out of here. So thank you for having me on the air.
No, man.
And I definitely appreciate it.
No, man. I was just gonna do a live. I was gonna do it live. Never mind. Hey, Kevin, man. When you got time again, man. Hey, man. I always appreciate you. I didn't even get into talking to you about the fights. What obviously just gone this weekend and the Jarrell. Because usually, yeah. But hey, man. If obviously when you got time, just let me know and hit me up because you're on.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Kevin. Thanks for your time, Kevin. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very, very much for having me.
No problem, Kevin. Take care, my friend.
DJ Boxing Live here. DJ Boxing Live here.
Buster Douglas knocked him out. Buster Douglas, the fat bump, the legend.
Yo, this is Chris Caban chilling with my man EJ Boxing Live, one of the hottest, dopest boxing channels on YouTube. Check him out. Boxing beat some rounds on the EJ Live YouTube channel.
And Bethia was the number 10 rated contender, and he had never been knocked down. And Sonny destroyed his mouth. Bethia lost most of his teeth, basically with 1 or 2 left hooks.
Oh shit, boy! What was look at kids sleeping like Manny Pacquiao?
DJ Boxing Live here. DJ Boxing Live here.